What's going on, guys? It's John here, back with another episode of Farm Sim 2015. Today we are harvesting canola. I've already started to harvest some canola. These two combines are full, need to be emptied. I've got the 9RX out, doing some cultivating behind the fields that have been, or on the fields that have already been harvested, which I've only harvested one so far. And you're also looking at my new tractor I just downloaded and purchased today. As you can see on the hood, it's a John Deere 4440. And it's a pretty sweet mod. I like it. I got it hooked up to the Crone baler. I got some wheat that I have to go and harvest. So I'll be baling the straw after that's done. But I've been searching a while for a good 4440 to download because in reality I want to own a 4440. Actually own one later down the road. So as you can see in my channel, I've got, lawn equipment, turf equipment. I got a 2210. So I have some John Deere stuff, but it's nothing like this. But I really want to get into the bigger stuff and eventually bale hay with it and mow hay with it and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I really like the 4440. Just got a special place in my heart. I don't really know why. I just really like it. This mod is pretty neat. Go ahead, start it up. Let you guys hear it. So it's a little cut in sound there between startup and running, but it's not bad. Fan does spin, the hydraulic pump does spin on the other side. I'm not going to walk over there, but the alternator also does spin. Let's see, you can put duals on it, put the suitcase weights up in the front. Since I'm just going to be baling hay, I'll leave the weights on there, but I don't really need the duals on the back. So yeah, really nice tractor. I like it. Hoping to own one of these one day. I'm still doing YouTube when I buy one of these things, and you guys will see it, but hey, who knows, that's many years down the road. Alright, so here's what I have to do. I've got some fields that I've got the combines working in. I need to empty out the combines, so I gotta start them. Pipe out. And it didn't open all the way, because it does that when you get out. Okay, so that one's open. Run over to the case. Hop in this and crank it up. I know. Open that pipe up, and then I gotta get in my truck and drive under and fill the canola out of the hoppers into the truck. Ah, it's not what I wanted to do. Try that again. Take two. Okay, so that's running. So we gotta get in the truck. A little dirty. It's good. It's dirty. It means you're making money, right? Zoom out. I like the manual ignition mod because then I can leave him running with me not in the piece of equipment that I have, and I'm able to empty the crop out without having to get back into the combine, which is, I like that. It's nice. I did download a manual transmission mod at one point, but it was just, the buttons were like mixed up with other buttons on here and they didn't tell you what any of them meant. And yes, I did open up the help and all that. It was just weird. I just deleted it. I play this game for it to be fun. I don't play it to be confused and lost the whole time, you know what I mean? Alright, so he is empty. Over to the deer now. Deer's a little bit of a bigger hopper. Go ahead and empty him out. Oh, my 9RX is dancing. That's funny. I don't know why some of these tractors dance. You can see my 7810 in the barn there. It's all crooked because it keeps bouncing around on the floor, and every time I come back to it when it's parked, it's in some different location. But oh well, I like the tractor. I like how it sounds. I think it's probably the best sounding tractor that I have in the game, in my opinion. So I put up with the dancing. Okay, should be empty here soon. Yep. We snake it between here. Go ahead and park that. And I believe I had this guy going in field 17, and the deer was going in field 15, so I need to put him back there. I had to go get dinner, so that became priority over harvesting virtual crops. Cruise control. I really need to cut down this tree right here. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it because it's super difficult to use the wood chipper, but as you can see, it's so hard to get between there because you're hitting the fence or hitting the tree. I might just chop it up and drag it somewhere and leave it there. I had the wood chipper at one point. That was the in-game wood chipper, and it just so hard to use. Oh. Can't see much out that window. That header in the way. Okie dokie. Let's start this guy up. And you can see there in the distance, that's where I stopped, where the big L is there. So I'll run it out there manually, and then I'll drive down, turn him around, and then hire a worker and let him finish up the rest of the field. The frame rate on the computer is not fantastic right now because of the recorder and everything, but hey, it could be a lot worse, right? Nice thing about canola, and the big reason why I've got a bunch of fields I can show you. Let's see, everything's growing. Yes, I've got everything planted except for 18. I harvested 16 already. So 1, 4, 5, 6, and 18 were the only ones I didn't plant, and some of 11. But I've got a long way to go, and I'm probably not going to take you guys with me the entire time because it's going to take. I'm not going to finish all this today. I might only harvest a couple more fields, and that'll be that. But yeah, I planted so much canola. Oh, I didn't even show you that. How silly of me. There. So canola is this brown color. So 16, 17, 15, 14, 13. Those were all canola. And I planted so much canola because you get a good profit from it. Not that I need it, but you get a good profit from it. And it doesn't fill the combine up as quick, so you can just let them go, and they finish most of the field before you have to empty them out. With wheat or whatever, you have to empty them out so much, you know. But so yeah, I got a variety, as you saw, of different crops. Wheat is nice because you can bale the straw and sell the straw, or use it with your animals or whatever. I don't have any animals on this map, but if I had animals, I could use it there. But I'm just going to sell the straw with my crone baler to bale it up. Alright. Start it back up. See if I can make it. I'm not missing any. Yes, good. And hire a worker. And there you go. Okay. Let's go back to the deer. There's the deer. There's the deer. Alright, pipe it in. Pipe in, I should say. Don't hit the tractor. My tiny little corn head. I'm gonna have to get another corn head because I have a lot of corn planted. See if I'll make this. I'll take out my baler in the process. Oh yeah, of course. That's okay. Just a game, right? Just a game. I don't know why, but I use that Laser Z zero-turn mower that I have to mow the grass in here, and then every single day it grows back. I don't know why I do that. I guess I believe it's fun. Honk at the people. Hey, get out of the way. My little... It's a wimpy little horn for a combine. It's like a scooter horn. Those of you that don't play Farm Sim, or at least haven't seen this map, those of you that have played this game, I mean, it's pretty much everybody that plays it knows it, but that's the shop over there where you get all your tools and implements and stuff you can drive and everything. So they don't have any Deere stuff in the game though, no John Deere stuff. You have to go out and download mods to be able to get John Deere stuff, which of course I did because I'm a John Deere fanatic, obviously. As you can probably tell by the couple of videos I have on my channel, I only own John Deere stuff, really. I took a video of my setup for 2016, my mowing setup, and I have Husqvarna handheld stuff, two-stroke stuff, blower and chainsaw and trimmer and all that, but all my mowers are Deere. Speaking of mowers, I'm not going to tell you guys everything right now, you'll see it later. Of course I'll video it, but let's just say I added to the fleet today. Let's just say that. Okay, so let's sprint over here. Those guys are going. I want to empty this truck out. Personally, I like the in-cab view a little better because that's not a very good view. So wait for the icon to pop up down there. There it is. Bye-bye, Canola. Whoop. Whoa. Okay, there you go. That's gone. Back to the cab. And we'll park it over next to the case, because the case has a smaller hopper than the Deere does. So I have to empty the case out first. No, not a case of grain. I have to empty the case combine. Ha ha ha, farm jokes. Alright, so there's that. Shut the truck off. And let's go to our 9RX. Wherever it is. There it is. Something really cool I wanted to point out. You see all the little warning stickers and stuff? I bet if you're able to zoom in, which you can't in the cab, but you can actually read them. Like, it's legitimate text. It's pretty neat. And something else that's really cool is you hit the space bar. You see these little blue dots pop up. Some of them pop up on the Green Star monitors, which they don't call it Green Star anymore. They call it JD Link or something. I don't know what they call it. It's still Green Star basically. But yeah, you can actually use it. Like, you can see how full. I'm not sure if it actually works. I've never used a tipper with this tractor before, but it's just pretty neat. And you can go through here and you can turn the lights on and stuff, you know. I mean, the rear lights can turn on. It's just so cool. Go back. You can do the same thing over here. You can only control the lights from this screen, and they don't have the tracks in the picture. They have the wheels. But it's still pretty much the same tractor. But yeah, I just found that to be really cool. Alright, so still kind of getting used to the articulated tractors, because in the game I'm used to the front wheel steer, and in real life I'm used to front wheel steer. I've never driven anything that articulates, so it's a learning curve. Even virtually, I mean, it's somewhat realistic with how you would control something like this, you know. I just think it's cool. It's a cool tractor, really. Alright, unfold the tractor. Something else you can notice, I'll zoom in. This thing has a rear PTO, which a lot of the articulated tractors don't have rear PTOs because, I mean, you look at it, the whole thing turns, you know, like that. So you have to have U-joints and all that kind of stuff, and a drive shaft in there to control the rear PTO, and it's a lot more mechanically intense than, say, just a front wheel steer tractor. So you can get them, obviously. I mean, it's on this one, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm going to cultivate this field manually because earlier I hired a worker to do this, and you can see the cars going across in the road in front of me, and the tractor got hung up on all the cars and just a big pile up, you know, it was a mess. So I just do it manually because the computer doesn't know what to do with traffic. Even though the computer is controlling the traffic, it doesn't know how to do all that. Yes, I know I should lift the cultivator, but it's just a game. Calm down. Okay, the view is a little bit wacky. I didn't think this tractor was washable, meaning that, you know, it gets dirty the more you use it. Some are, some aren't with the mods. But it looks like it is, because the tracks are getting dirtier, the fuel tanks are getting dirtier. So, it's pretty cool. Make the turn. Yes, I can make the turn. Okay. Sorry, the camera's going all over the place. I'm steering and cameraing, and it's just a mess. Almost done here. Now, field number 17, which is the one that's right across from me. I think it's 17. Yeah. One right across from me. There's no traffic over there, so I'm just gonna drive this tractor over there and let him go. I'll start cultivating that. I know I don't need to cultivate it with the drills that I'm using, but it just makes me feel better. Personal preference, I guess. If I were actually doing this, I would cultivate it and then I would plant it. It's just me. Sometimes the audio, the sound that this 9RX creates is a little distorted, depending on the speakers and all that kind of stuff. I think the sound file is also a little distorted. I'm not too sure why. It sounds okay right now, but it's a little too loud in my opinion. But it's not bad. I like it. I think it's cool that this tractor came out in the fall and it's already in the game, you know, somebody already made it for the game. I'll be good here and lift up the cultivator. A little bit of residual canola right there, but honestly I'm not too worried about it. I have so much more canola that I'm growing, and again, it's just probably another swipe, maybe two. And this will be clean, and then I can drive it over across the street there and let him start doing that. This is all straw that you guys see that I'm right in front of me. I either didn't bale it or missed it with the baler. I don't really know what I did, but that's what all that stuff is. I actually have a map on here. That's one of the maps that came with the game, where somebody took it and they modified it and they put straw down everywhere and kind of made it a little bit lighter looking, so it's like snow. And then they created a snowplow that you can hook up to the front of different tractors and stuff and actually like plow the snow and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I haven't really played it very much, but that was pretty neat. Alright, do I get it all? I did. I got it all. Very good. Stop. Hold this up. Drive this over. If my driving seems a little choppy because I'm using a keyboard right now because I have a laptop. I'm not at home on my desktop with my controllers and all that stuff. But it's not bad. It runs the game fairly well. Actually runs it a little better than this when I'm not using the game recorder. But hey, it's not bad. I'm not complaining. I bet you that case combine is probably full. Unfold this. Stop. The tractor's twisting on its own, it's funny. And lower and set. Set my speed, that is. Straight and higher worker. Okay, cool. So let's see, that's a lawnmower. I don't want a lawnmower. Oh, he's done. Well, he's not really done. That's the problem with this field, is that they got that little lip over there. I'll have to just do it manually. Okay. Lower the header. Slow down. Start the combine. And let's get going. I really want to show you guys baling with the cone baler and the 4440. So once this is done, I'll drive this over to the field with the wheat, which is down further in the map, and get some windrows down of straw and start baling those. I'm going to turn my speaker off. Yeah, like the grass around the house and everything, it grows back every day, like within the game, you know. Because I'm weird and I don't like farming at nighttime. I mean, it could, I do sometimes, but what I end up doing is when it gets to a certain point, I just go back to the house and I kind of just sit there and I speed the time up really quick to however fast it can go and let the crops grow and everything like that. And then the next morning, you know, I come out and I just, you know, do a lot of harvesting or whatever has to be done, so instead of just working around the clock. So treating it like a true simulator. The American Truck Sim that I got actually has a fatigue simulator, but you get tired in like 30 minutes. So you're wasting most of the time sleeping and not enough driving, so I just turn that off. Like my fatigue simulators, when I get tired of playing it, I'll just turn the game off, you know. But yeah, I've played, I think I have 2 or 3 hours, I don't know, I think about 3 hours or so logged in American Truck Sim. And actually bought my own truck, first truck. It's a Peterbilt 579 or whatever the number is, whatever it said in the game. Day cab truck. So it's nice, it's a little underpowered, it has its issues, you know, pulling heavy loads up hills and all that kind of stuff, but I like it, I think it's fun. That'll be another video. I'll play American Truck Sim, you guys can see me yell at drivers and traffic lights and all that. Traffic lights, I mean, they're green, and it's like yellow, red, and if you even think about going out when it turns yellow, it docks you like $500 for a fine for driving out when the light's going to turn red, you know. It's like, hey, whoa, whatever. But yesterday I was playing it, and I was driving through a green light at speed. I mean, I was doing like 45 miles an hour, and this car, I think it was a cop actually, was going to turn left and just basically drove right into my trailer as I was going down the road, and then charged me for causing an accident. Like, what? But whatever. I mean, it's just a game. I wasn't too worried about it. I had enough funds in the game to be able to pay the fine and everything, but it was just stupid. Alright. See if we can see our tractor. I think he's down there. There he is. I think emerging. It's strange, like, you know, the distance, they disappear and then they just randomly appear, you know. It's like, whoa, okay. Alright. The frame rate of my computer is not good at all. It also gets extremely hot. I have an external fan, I just don't have it with me. I'm gonna get it here in a couple weeks, or a week or two. I downloaded a CPU temperature monitor. My CPU gets up to like 190, 195 degrees Celsius. Which, you know, water boils at... Oh no, is it 190? I don't really know. Okay, I'll open it up. I'll open it up eventually here. I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's just 90 degrees. Anyways, it gets crazy hot. Like, I can't hold. So there's some games that I play that I can't even hold my fingers on some of the keys for a certain period of time before my fingers start to hurt. The computer isn't affected by it at all. It just gets really hot, and it probably affects some of the frame rate. But I don't know. I don't know. Yep, there he is. Doing this thing. Now, before I got this game, I actually purchased John Deere Drive Green, which is like the John Deere knockoff of this game. And I bought it at Office Depot. It was like $10 for a CD. I bought it back in, I think, 2010 or something like that. It was such a bad game. I mean, it was neat because at the time I was like, ooh, it's so cool and all that kind of stuff, and you get to drive John Deere tractors around in a game and all that, but it was so bad. It was nothing like this. John Deere probably was hurt. They were probably hurt that they were like, oh, we didn't get our equipment in Farming Simulator, so they went out and made their own. It just didn't turn out very good. I still have that game. I don't have it on this computer, but I do still have it. I maybe want to record it and show you guys. I got actually lots of old games. I have, what is it? Oh, what is it called? Sports Car GT. Came out in 1998, I believe, from EA Sports. And I mean, there's all these like descriptions from all these like big game companies, you know, like I don't even know what they are, but they're like, oh, it's the best driving game, best driving simulator of all times, and all that. I mean, if you have a decent rig to play it, meaning that like for the day, if you had a really, really good computer, I mean, all the computers now are considered class 4 by that game, which I guess means, you know, top of the line or whatever. But it doesn't look too bad if you run it properly. But I mean, you can turn the graphics way down. Like I still have my very first computer. It's a AST Explorer. Yeah, which AST doesn't exist anymore. You can look them up online if you want to. I think they may still do something, but they don't make personal computers. So it has no USB ports. It has a Intel Pentium, like the original Pentium processor. It has a 3.5 gigabyte hard drive. It has, I think, either 64 or 128 meg of RAM. I'm not exactly certain. Maybe even less than that. Came with Windows 98. We upgraded it to it came with Windows 95. Sorry, it came with 95, and we upgraded it to 98. So it's a dog, but yeah, I mean, you play it on there and you get the frame rate down to like 600 by 400 or 300 or whatever the low setting is, you know, and you turn the graphics all the way down, and the wheels, I mean, you can literally count the pixels on the car. The graphics get so bad in that game. I'll see if I can record that and post it on here sometime. Alright, so here is the wheat field, and this is the edge of the map, the southern part. Go ahead and turn Combine on. Now this will probably fill up a lot faster. Hire a worker. There we go. So you can see the hopper's filling up quicker than it would with the canola. And this guy is full. So let me get back in the truck. Where is he? Field 15, I believe, so I'll go this way. I don't think I would ever do 50 miles an hour across a field in real life, but hey, it's a game, right? There's some parts that aren't realistic, like the speed of the plant growth and being able to jump your truck off cliffs and that whole thing, and being able to do this, drive your vehicle through the crops. Alright. Sorry that this image may get a little bit grainy. Ha ha ha, get it? Because it's grain. More farm jokes. I'll be here all night. Okay, so empty the combine out. Yeah, I mean you can drive all your equipment through the crops except from the 8520. If you drive the 8520 through the crops, they actually made it so that it rips up the crops on the tracks and damages it. So that's pretty neat, but you just gotta be extra careful with that. Everything else you can just, whoop-de-doo, who cares? Alright, let's see, let's zoom out. Get the hopper in the combine. Watch that empty. And there you go. Okay. Move on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go empty this, and then I need to go down to field number 20 where I left the case, and leave the truck there because I'll need to empty that way before I need to empty the John Deere again. Sure I don't hit my baler. We're coming in hot. Thread the needle. There you go. Very nice. Supreme driving skills. Stop. And empty the grain. There we go. This truck looks very manly. I like cab over trucks. I think they're cool. You don't see them in the States very much anymore. I guess you did more in the 70s and the 80s, but I don't think they're making cab over trucks anymore. You see a couple on the road, guys, that either save them or keep them going or whatever. And of course you see them at truck shows and stuff like that, because guys like to restore them and preserve them. They are cool. Freightliner made some cool ones. Whoa! Okay, dodge the tree, dodge the van, supreme driving. Oh, I don't have my windrow turn on. So I'm not making windrows. That's not good, because I want to be able to bail that. There is the combine. This is a very long field. There he is way at the end. I'll catch him before he starts up again. Don't try this at home! Wow! Okay. There goes the truck. Send that to the next dimension. Alright, tell him to stop. Enter. There you go. Stop. Turn on the straw. And let's try this again. It's not what I wanted. There you go. That's what I wanted. Okay, so while I'm here, go ahead and turn that off. Open the pipe. Go to the truck that I shot into the next dimension. Not bad distance on that. And go ahead and empty this guy out. Just since I'm here, let him do his thing. Once he gets a couple windrows, I will run the baler over and show you guys that. Pretty cool. Nice horn. See him there on the side. should be just about done here soon. There we go. So back this guy up. Moving right there. Shut that off. Get back in here and hire worker. And off you go. With windrow. Yes? Yes, good. Alright. Back in the truck, and let's go here, back to the farm. Oh, 7810. He's in a new spot again. Shocker. Okay, so we've got 3 guys going. Yep, looks good. Alright. Wish I had something to do with this, but I am going to need the forks, not the forks, a bale spear in the front of this, so I can go ahead and attach those. This tractor is just a redone green version of the New Holland that's just like it. Actually, I'll buy a New Holland and compare them. I'll show you guys how similar they are. Alright, there's the forks. And put the loader down. Shut that off. Let's go to the store. And tractors. And New Holland. I think that's the one I want. Yeah, that's a bigger one. I want the T4.75, so I'll go ahead and buy that. Okay. Go here, here, reset, yes, okay, escape. Now, there it is. Compare these 2 tractors. I know this one has a cab, the other one doesn't, but listen to the startup. And you can hear it run. And I'll go pull it over next to the deer. Shut it off. Alright, let's look at this. Look at the rear lights. Look at these little, like, dimply things there in the fender. And also here in the fender. Look at the rear remotes. Style of them. I know this has a blue and green, and these have all green, but they're pretty much the same. Look at the rear end style. About the same. Size of the tractor is about the same. Fenders are the same. Let me take the loader off of this. Now listen to the startup on this one. Sound familiar? Let me go ahead and take off the loader. There we go. Alright, look at the front. I know the hoods will be different because it's just deer hood versus New Holland hood. I mean, you can see the front, I think it's like a weight bracket or something right there. You can see that looks the same. The front axle is pretty much identical. Yeah, it's just a copied over version. Oh, and here, look at this. Here's the interior. Got the New Holland logo there and the steering wheel. Look at the gauges, the instrument cluster. All the joysticks for the remotes, the hydraulics, the seat style, clutches, brakes, all of that. Jump seat, buddy seat, whatever you want to call it. Now, let's go back to the deer. Have that image in your mind. Look at the gauge cluster. Look at all that, the joysticks for the remote and all that stuff. You can see the U right there for where the cab is supposed to go up. Because I've actually sat on 5 Series tractors. I've looked at them. I've, all that kind of stuff. I've never run one, but of course, I've sat on them and been around them. They look nothing like this. They don't have a buddy seat, and they don't have cloth seats like this with a New Holland logo. They don't have them on an open station tractor. Look at the steering wheel right in the center. You got a deer emblem over the New Holland. I mean, it's just a rebranded green New Holland tractor. Which I understand it's a mod, I understand it's not real, but it's like, really, you couldn't at least do that? I mean, look at the 4440. I mean, that is original. That is just cool. But this is just rebranded. But, is what it is. Honestly, I don't really think it looks much like a 5 Series. I think it looks a little more like a 4066 or something like that. I think it's a little small to be a 5 Series. But, hey, it is what it is. But this guy, it's a perfectly good tractor. Never probably use it. I know. Calm down. So I am going to do this. Everybody has a random tractor parked on their farm, right? Somewhere. Where should I put it? That's really obnoxious. Because I'm just going to leave it there forever. I'm never going to run it ever again. Let's park it. Ooh, will it fit in there? I don't think it will. We can try. Even got air brakes. Very nice. Ooh, I think it will fit. Beautiful. Ooh, maybe not. Come on. Ooh, nice. Will fit. Can I get out now? That's the issue. I don't know if I can get out. If I can get out, just tab over, which that is full. So, back in my truck. But yeah, you can see exactly what I'm talking about between the 5055 mod and the, I think it was a 475 New Holland. They're pretty much the same. Whoever made that mod just transferred it over. Alright, we'll watch the gauge. Right there, stop. There we go. I've got some windrows down for straw. I think what I'm going to end up doing is park the truck. I'll run. Let's see. The John Deere is still going, so he's fine. I can actually probably tab over there. Oh yeah, he's got a ways to go. So I parked the truck. He's gonna keep going. And I will get the 4044. Sorry, 4440. Too many numbers. Park him there. Turn that off. Escape. Oh. Where do you think you're going? He's trembling with fear. He's not being run. He doesn't know what's going on. Alright, let's put this thing to work. I love the startup sounds. And then it just abruptly changes over to the running sounds, which, it is what it is. That's okay. Whip it around. I like how it has a light package on the back. Light package. I'm talking about it like it's a brand new tractor. But you can see the lights. So I can turn them on here. Those lights, it's pretty nice. We installed a rear work light on our 2210, and man, that thing makes a world of difference, especially when you're disconnecting trailers and stuff in the middle of the night. Because, I mean, sometimes I get home from mowing and working late, and it's dark, so I can't see anything, and the very first time I did that, we didn't have that rear light installed. So I had the flashers turned on. I was getting like a seizure, because I'm getting flashed by the hazards, I couldn't see anything else, but yeah, the rear work light, a rear work light on a tractor is spectacular. Okay, so the 4440 is about 150-ish horsepower, I believe, in real life. I'm not sure what it is on the game. Might be pretty similar. I can check. Let me check. Where is it? I have a lot of junk. There it is. 160. I was close. The baler is unfolded. Bale chute, that is. Throwing my mouse. I had the weights in the front. I do. Start the baler up. And here we go. That'd be easier to do from the cab, except they have this giant window pane right down the center. This is the interior of the 4440. It's got, you know, the throttle levers and the power shift levers for the transmission, and ranges, and brake and clutch down there, and 3 levers for the rear remotes for the hydraulics. So it's not a bad mod at all. I don't think this tractor gets dirty the more you use it. Some do, some don't. My 7810 doesn't, but I think it's cool. See the cooling fan in there turning. This is the only tractor I have in this game that the cooling fan actually, there's motion in the engine bay, you know, it's pretty neat. See the bales being puked out the back. Puked out, that sounds gross. Pushed out. That one just jumped off to save its life, I suppose. So yeah, that is the 4440 baling. So I'm going to continue just harvesting this, all the crops. I'm going to do it for a little bit while longer and continue baling. So go ahead and finish this windrow and turn the baler off, empty the bale chamber, and that'll be that. So I gotta go probably empty the case again and keep going from there. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. Please drop me a like and comment. Look forward to another video, or a new video, for American Truck Sim, and possibly one on my mountain bike, because I do mountain biking quite a bit here at school, so I'll do an overview of my bike. Alright guys, thanks again for watching, and talk to you guys later.